These caterpillars, they're Luna Moth babies. And they figured out they're 5 days since they've hatched. And just look at the difference in size of those two. Notice how their pattern is all different. And there's another one. Oh, it's having a hard time focusing on you, little guy. I'm going to turn it over. There's one right there. You want to see it walk? These are sweet gum leaves from the sweet gum tree. You may have seen little spiky balls in your yard if you have a tree that has leaves that look like stars. They eat on several kind of nut trees, I've read, but this is what they're eating. The little black specks are their poops. It's called frass. And if you look at them, when they get bigger, they'll be easier to see. But they look like little round circles stacked together like the pages of a book. And what we've been doing is clipping. We've had to look for little predators, but you see that stem? We've been clipping little leaves, stems, and sticking them in these little vials that are called picks. And we'll wrap, I don't know if you can see, we wrap the stem before we put it in. It's really hard to see now. We wrap with a piece of paper towel so that the caterpillars can't get in there and drown. They don't know what to do with that much water. Isn't that cool? The difference in, I guess, and look how they really chomp that leaf up.
They're getting some size to them.
Yeah, the leaf shape is really more like, here's one that didn't get eaten too much, just the tip of one of the points. But you're gonna watch it walk? Look at their little cute selves. Oh my gosh. I have to be careful because you don't know where one is. We've had to look out for the little tiny, see what happens when they bump into each other. There's one walking along there. So we're stirring them up a little. We're trying not to wake them. But we're transferring the new leaves, fresh leaves every day.
Oh, he just pooped.
It's hard to hold it steady.
He pooped.
My friend that gave me these little baby caterpillars.
Look at him go, look at him go.
He's going so fast. I'm going to lay this down because I'm wiggling it too much.
Put my fingernail there so you can see the size comparison again.
Okay, so see if he'll... I'm going to scoot down level to him so he'll watch his little feet. So the very front legs are called pro legs. See, you maybe see the little pointy? No, those are the true legs. The back legs, the spongy ones, are the pro legs. So the true legs will still stay with them when they become an adult. But these are Luna moths, and some
of them are getting the little red bumps on them.
When they, let's see if we can see them chomping. It's hard to focus. They're so tiny. I don't know if you can tell how tiny they are. There's his little face. He's reaching. They're reaching up for higher little branches.
For a nice fresh leaf to chew on.
So he's using his little pro legs to hold like little sponges. We've had to be careful because there's tiny little predators around that were camouflaged, wanting to eat little things like this. So they're actually, I don't think we've lost any except a couple.
Right, this guy's eating right here.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Right there.
Okay, I'm gonna focus in on him if I can. It's really hard to focus on him.
He just chewing away.
Look, you can see his little spikes on his little tufts. But it's amazing. So that every time they shed a skin, it's called an instar, INSTAR. And these are going to get, can you put your finger near there again? When they're done, they're about as big around as your finger there.
Oh yeah, they're as big around as my finger.
Maybe not as long, quite as long, but they'll get a few inches.
Like my thumb. They'll get about that big.
And it won't take long, just a few weeks. So these are wee. And we're speculating these little places like, I don't know, can't make my finger go there. Right along here, we see where those little tiny scratches are. We don't know if, and right there, that little black spot there, we don't know if they nibbled there or not. Something's nibbled there at some point. But they eat, and then they'll take a little nap, and then they'll wriggle out of their skin, kind of like they're coming out of a sleeping bag, I think. Their old skin, they'll have a different looking new skin. So you can see there's one with a slightly different pattern than the one that's walking along. But I noticed from raising another kind of caterpillars that they, there's parts of the leaves that get them bigger or faster. And I don't know, some of them have different appetites. This one over here's looking for something higher. He was looking around, now he's going.
Falling off.
Yeah, so we put them on a white sheet here. They're outside. We're trying to get them used to the outsides. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm wanting to bring them to school. And they won't, maybe when they become like cocoons or something, we'll bring them back outside. But I would love the kids to watch them grow. So we're going to double check all these leaves. These are some of the older leaves. We're going to double check back and forth on them to make sure they don't have a caterpillar on them. And what we did was, instead of trying to take them off and move them to the other leaves, we just clipped the leaf and laid it
The least often you touch them, the better.
And so here's just a bundle of leaves. And you can see there's water in there maybe. Anyway,
I'm gonna look and then you're
fun
gonna
little project.
look.
So he's got supersonic eyes. I don't know why he's asking me that. But those are all those little black specks everywhere, poop. So later I'll show you a poop close up. I'll show you one right now, but I don't think it'll do any good. They're just too little. But they call them frass. I think I started to say that and I get myself distracted. Frass is from a German word, frass, and it means to devour. And it's what any insect, the poop of any insect is called frass. Anyway.
There, I double checked them. You can triple check them.
So this is our porch.
Oh, nice fresh leaf. Throw that sucker right.
Well, I want them to be able to breathe. They breathe through their sides, by the way, which is cool. So this is a pet carrier. We just put it in there to keep the dogs from knocking over this little carrier. And there's got a pantyhose on top. I cut the leg out. I bought a pantyhose just for this reason. And stuck the lid on it. And that's to keep them from climbing out. And then we'll put the little gate across.
And that's to keep the dogs out.
Keep the dogs and the cats and the birds and the spiders and everything. Well, the spiders could get in. Ooh. Oh. That woke them up, I bet. Anyway, see ya.